What is up, guys? So today we're going to be doing another past and present career mode. This time I'll be doing AS Monaco. So I found one of my old career modes with Arsenal. I released Mbappe and I've joined Monaco. So if you don't know, past and present career mode is essentially trying to sign a bunch of old players that used to play for that team and a bunch of regens of players that used to play for that team. So as you can see, I just signed Aubameyang's regen because Aubameyang used to play for Monaco in real life. So I'm basically trying to recreate old Monaco legends. Not just legends, but any players that have played for them in real life before that were really good at football at any point in their career. So as you can see here, I'm signing a Radamel Falcao regen because he did play for Monaco in the later stages of his career. I think this is a Raheem Sterling regen. Hopefully his mother Gemma is doing well. As you can see here, that's a random Spanish midfielder, but he's an exciting prospect, which means his potential is at least 87. So that's going to be our Fabregas. As you can see here, I brought back Bernardo Silva. I've got this random Spanish right back, but he's left-footed, so he's going to be our left back. And I did check some ex-Monaco players. Fabio Coentrao used to play for Monaco back in the day. And so this is our first league game as Monaco manager. And you can see we've got Fabinho, obviously Mbappe, the main star of the team. You've got Yuri Tielemans. Over the top to Mbappe. Beautiful touch. A good save from the keeper. So Diop, he was one of the best players in this save by far. Sofiane Diop, the Moroccan player. A nice goal from St. Maximin to put us 1-0 up in our first game. Nice little skill from Mbappe into the Aubameyang regen, Bouanga, who scores a banger. No, that's not funny. And so yeah, it's literally just trying to win a Champions League with ex-players that used to play for that team. And if there's any legends that played for that club that don't exist in FIFA, we just sign a random regen that's from the same country and same position and pretend that's them. That's it. So here Diop, as you can see, Moroccan Neymar. Literally Moroccan Neymar. Here he is again.
Still got a bit to do, but this is promising.
And that's a good tackle.
Takes on the shot.
And so we won that game. And then I simulated to January, I think. As you can see, here are the groups, the Europa League and the Champions League. Chelsea won the Champions League last season. And so let's go to January. As you can see, the end of the window, we spent a lot of money on regens. A lot of money. And in February, we got the Under 16 Champions League against the holders Chelsea. So it's not going to be an easy game. So St. Maximin steals the ball back after losing it. Mbappe in on goal. And that's the quickest goal we're going to score all season. Good save from our goalkeeper. Who actually is our goalkeeper? That's a good question. And that's an absolutely brilliant finish again. Mbappe is just absolutely on fire.
No shortage of space. Carrying a genuine threat here. Last man back and job. And now Lo Celso. Well, this would help them get back into the game. And the ball is...
And eventually they were always going to score. Lo Celso. Nice little skill. Bruno Fernandes. Nicolas Sula. And the ball just ping-pongs back to them every time. Every time it just bounces straight back to them. You know when the AI is going to score in this game. I have to work hard for my goals. The AI, the ball just bounces back to them every time. They don't have to work hard at all. And we need to score there. We need to score there. Youri Tielemans wins it, whips it in into Captain Fantastic Kehrer. Thilo Kehrer. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. But yeah. Kingsley Coman plays in Rafael Leao. Coman again. And that's a shocking effort. Youri Tielemans into Mbappe again. Into the Falcao region. He wins the ball back. Cuts it back. And I think that's a hat-trick now for Mbappe. He points to the name on the back of his shirt. And says, I'm the best player in the world. Give me my match ball. Brilliant game. Cut that out. Second leg, I didn't even want to play the second leg. I knew that we would win. And we did win 1-0. On to the quarterfinal now against Atletico Madrid. Kevin Augustin, Chouameni, Tielemans, and just wide. I think the Aubameyang region got an ACL injury, so he missed the vast majority of the season, unfortunately. Diop again. To Saint-Maximin. I took one touch too many. That was poor from me. But Ruben Neves. Into Solanke. Brilliant save from the keeper. Moroccan Neymar on the ball right now. Oh! And what a save from the keeper. Late in the game, the Falcao region, Paz, with his first touch of the ball, scores against his old club. Does it count as his old club when he's a region? Like, Falcao did play for Atletico Madrid, but that's his region. I think for the storyline, I'm going to say his old club. So we go with a 1-0 lead into the second leg. I don't know what I was doing here. Just get into the game. And this is an absolutely huge game here. And Amores, Fabregas, into Thomas Lemar. I forgot I signed Lemar actually. I had to sign him back. He was a big part of the team back in 16-17 in real life. I remember we bid for him, didn't we? I don't know what that was all about. We bid like 90 million for him or something crazy like that. And we won the penalty here. But you know, penalties on FIFA 19 were not easy. The keeper knows where you're going to go every time. It doesn't matter how high rated the player is taking penalties. The keeper knows every time. So at 1-1, I tried to score again with the Falcao regen. I was a bit greedy there. I definitely should have passed the ball off to someone else. But Federico Chiesa, absolutely take him out. Tchouaméni. Oh, that's not Tchouaméni. Rodriguez. I'm not sure who Rodriguez was. I think I need to check that. But again, I tried to score with the Falcao regen, and I get blocked by my own player. And of course they score. Ruben Neves. I'm not sure why they're not picking up the ball. Away goals. We've got the away goal. So they still need one more goal. And they couldn't get that one goal. So we're through to the semi-final. And I didn't want to play against my old club at Arsenal. I really didn't want Arsenal, but look. Look who we got. Oh no. So here we are at the Emirates. It feels so weird to not manage Arsenal in career mode. But to be playing against them is even weirder. I really didn't want this to happen. But I'm going to have to knock them out, unfortunately. We can't let anything get in the way of that Champions League, I'm afraid. And I thought I lined it up perfectly. I guess that Twitter account is right. And Nketiah in on goal. And when I was managing Arsenal, Nketiah never scored that. He would never ever have scored that. And so we lost that first leg 1-0. Onto the second leg. Watch that. Absolutely outstanding. And because I signed Mbappe from Arsenal as a free agent technically, I didn't celebrate. And then I scored a second goal, but for some reason my Xbox didn't record that. It was a really good goal as well. It was a really good goal, but unfortunately I lost that clip. So we're 2-0 up. St. Maximin. If we score this, we've got some serious distance. And look at that. From 1-0 down, it's looking like we're going to destroy them. And Bernardo Silva, absolutely ecstatic. Fabregas against his old club, technically. Into Mbappe. Oh, like, come on. That's just an outstanding goal all round. Mbappe is the best player in the world at this point. 2 more goals got scored in that game. Again, my Xbox, for some reason, didn't want to record them. So we'll be playing in the final of the Champions League. And here, last game of the season. Unfortunately, nothing happened in this game. But we've got a trophy lift now, so I don't care. Look at the scenes, mate. I'm not sure why the Toulouse players are sad. They had nothing to play for. They weren't even in the title race. I'm not sure why they're sad. Look at the scenes, mate. Look at the scenes.
They've enjoyed the game, but really, most of all, they've enjoyed the season. They have been superb. Undoubtedly the outstanding team. Well, I think so. Sometimes
And AS Monaco make their way back to the top of French football. Led by players from the past and the present. And their captain, Thilo Kehrer.
And now they are about to pick up what it's all about.
Lifts the trophy. Well, not yet. Lifts the trophy. And they are absolutely ecstatic. Isn't it funny how I went from a red and white team to another red and white team? Look at the scenes.
Oh, wonderful scenes. Scenes and moments they will never forget. You look back in 20 years' time and you'll think about this day.
Look at the scenes.
To share it with the supporters.
Mbappe's loving it.
They've had a
The
great
captain's loving it as well.
travelling fans as well as the home followers.
The keeper's loving it as well, Jordan Mahou.
Without the backing that
That French goalkeeper there, I think that was Barthez. It was a random French region that I found. And I believe Barthez was the goalkeeper when Monaco got to the Champions League final. I think. In real life. Oh no, it was Roma. It was Roma, not Barthez. My bad. So here we are. In the final against Olympique Lyonnais. You couldn't ask for a better final. You know, the team that won the league before us, before I came into the club, one of the biggest clubs in French football. Like, this is just insane. We both fought our lives. We both fought to get here. Look, they had Barca and Madrid. We had Arsenal, Chelsea and Atletico. We both fought to get here, you know. So here we are now. First chance of the game. The right back wins it back into Chouameni. Cut it back into Mbappe. 1-0. Who else but Mbappe? Barthez pushes people up. Why would I push people up and then play it short? I don't know. But odds on Edouard. He was always going to be the one to score. He was odds on to score, I guess you could say. But that's fine. We're right back here with Saint-Maximin. Ezekiel Palacios wins it back. Vargas, Adams, into Odson Edouard. You know what comes next. That man just doesn't miss. I wanna be Edouard. But it's fine because we're back. An absolutely brilliant block. Into the second half. We're 2-1 down. And look what happens next. Edouard in on goal again. I've got no choice. I've got no choice but to take him out. Now we go down to 10 men in the CL final. When we're already 1 goal down. It's almost impossible from that stage to get back. So it's looking like the dream's going to be over. But we pick out Mbappe. Wide open, far post. Pick up the ball. Don't celebrate. Do not celebrate. Pick up that fucking ball. Back to the centre circle we go. We are going to win this final. And I think we conceded again. It was own goal, no. It was a hilarious own goal as well from Thuram, Lilian Thuram. It was an absolutely hilarious own goal. But again, my Xbox just isn't capturing certain clips for some reason. So unfortunately that's gone. Barthez throws it out to Chouameni. Into Alan Saint-Maximin. Mbappe. Diop, get him on a run. Moroccan Neymar. Watch this. Ooh. Into the bottom corner. Brilliant finish. 3-3. Now here we made some substitutes. We made some subs here. Bring on Augustin. Now we have a huge gap at the back. So we need to take off one of our strikers. Aubameyang regen, unfortunately. We've got to come off. For Evan and Dicker. We can't have that gap at the back if we want to win this final. Or at least make it to extra time. Hudson-Odoi. Into Vargas. Brilliant tackle. Brilliant defending. Diop comes off as well. For the Falcao regen. We tried to give the ball to him, but Bergwijn steals it. Tielemans back to the Falcao regen, who has a lot of stamina and energy here. Fresh legs. Absolutely leaves everyone in the dust. Far post into Augustin. 4-3. the two substitutes link up to give AS Monaco the lead in the Champions League final. And they try to do it again. And I think that's a penalty. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Absolutely on toast there. But as I said, FIFA 19 penalties are absolutely rigged. The keeper always knows where you're going to go. It doesn't matter. Never ever assume a penalty is a guaranteed goal. But it's fine, because we are champions of Europe. Past and present AS Monaco have won the Champions League against Olympique Lyonnais. The absolute scenes here as they beat one of their French rivals to the trophy.
C'est incroyable, Pierre, ce qu'on est en train de vivre. L'UEFA Champions League remporté par l'AS Monaco. Ah, le public qui n'en revient pas, qui ne s'imaginait pas vivre quelque chose.
And the players go up to the trophy. Kera wasn't actually captain for this game, and thank God, because he got sent off. Thank God I gave it to Mbappe. I had to have Mbappe lift it. Champions of Europe, AS Monaco. Now there's a lot of good players I left out of this team. I left out potential Thierry Henry, because I believe he did play for Monaco as well, right? I left out Patrice Evra. I left out Carrasco. I left out Yaya Toure. I left out lots of players. But that's fine. It's just a one season thing. In one season, I took us to the French Cup, Champions League, and the league. So we've won the treble in one season. Now, yes, I did spend 500 million, but that's beside the point, okay? We're champions of Europe. Now let's look at this group photo. Captain Mbappe at the front. Falcao region, right in the middle. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's one of the shortest guys. I don't know why he's at the back. But I guess he's to the side, so it doesn't really matter. Look at that, 4-3 against Lyon. Oh gosh, now we've got the French Cup. I wanted to show you guys the players that I recreated. But I guess we've got the French Cup final first. Only God knows why the trophy's bloody see-through. I don't know why it's translucent, but yeah. Hit it out wide to Saint-Maximin. Drill it low into the box. Mbappe, 1-0. Bang. Saint-Maximin again into the Aubameyang region. I feel really bad that the Aubameyang region missed most of the season because of the ACL. I feel really bad about that because he's really one of my favourite players in this game. Look at this. He was definitely one of the most fun players to use in this short season. Mbappe was obviously first. He's overpowered. Diop was there as well. Diop felt absolutely electric to use. The Fabregas, aka Amores, was very fun to use as well. Look at the way he went past the keeper there. Absolutely brilliant. And he nips the ball again from the defender. Goes past the keeper again. I don't know if you can count that as past the keeper, but yeah, Lille are getting absolutely destroyed right now. Into Chouameni. Through ball. Augustin. Cut it back to Chouameni. 5-0. Yeah, that's just destruction. Losing 5-0 in the cup final is insane. And so the final's over. We won the cup. We won the league. We won the Champions League. Treble done in the first season. Yes, we spent 500 million to get here, but don't think about that, okay? Just don't think about that. Now I'm going to show you guys the team finally. And then after that I'll just show like the stats, all the guys that won the league in their respective countries. But first, the most important thing, I'll just show you guys the players that helped us to this treble. First we got Jordi Perez Ruiz. Now that is a random Spanish regen. That is Morientes, one of the best ever Monaco players, I believe. Augustin, obviously. You guys know him. Everyone knows him. You got Jesus Paz. We've got Mbappe next. Everyone knows him. Brilliant season from him. Buanga, aka Aubameyang. Brilliant season from him. And Bula didn't do much for me. He actually played a lot, apparently. I didn't remember him playing that much. Look at the speed on him. Oof. Thomas Lemar, Sofiane Diop, absolutely brilliant player. One of my faves. We've got Fabregas next. Funnily enough, his middle name's Fabra. When he wins the ball back and he starts an attack, that's Amores. Sorry, Yuri Tielemans next. Crazy that he's 32 and this is like 2030. Shows how young he was when he broke through. Kevin and Duram. Hardly played for us. Fabinho. Not a bad season. Rodriguez. I'm not sure who that's meant to be. Evan and Dicker. You guys know him. Claro de Jesus. Carvalho. Random Portuguese regen. Captain Fantastic, who got sent off in the Champions League final. Remy Pajot, that's Lilian Thuram. I signed him from Arsenal, actually. He was meant to be Sanya in my Arsenal career mode. But we used him as Thuram in this career mode. Maicon, I believe. This is obviously Coentrao. Left-footed, so I made him Coentrao, even though he's a right back. Fabian Barthez. Super 6 regen. Croatian goalkeeper. Obviously, everyone knows him. And that's it. Past and present AS Monaco. I could have included a lot more players that played for Monaco before. But it's just one season, you know, just quick, snappy. So thanks for watching, guys.